Thank you for joining me in today's lecture at Nkolo Mahadum Wisdom University, where we encourage you to use your common sense, your God-given sense, to make decisions about things that come to you in life, about things you see. You should be using your common sense. This is what Nkolo Mahadum stands for. Also, Nkolo Mahadum presents issues from Biafran and African perspective. Today is Eke in Igbo Market Day. In the third month of the year. The third month of the year is called Onwa Ife Eke. The third month of the year in Igbo calendar is called Onwa Ife Eke. But in the Roman Catholic calendar, today is 2nd of May, 2024. Welcome to our lecture this morning. Our topic, you can see our topic, which says that your land, people, and resources will be taken when you fight your brothers with foreigners. Yes, from everything we have seen in history and what is presently going on in our eyes, whenever you fight your brothers with foreigners, you conniving with foreigners to fight your brother or your neighbor, at the end of the day, that foreigner will be in control of your land and resources and people. A clear example is in Africa. Indigenous Africans, we are the only people in the world, one of the only people in the world that allow themselves to be recruited by Europeans to colonize Africa. That's why they were able to colonize Africa, because they did not come with all the troops from Europe into Africa. Africans allowed themselves to be recruited by foreigners working for them against their own people. That was why colonization was easier for the Europeans. It shouldn't be so. And before I continue, I must beg you to subscribe to our channel, our YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Cut our lectures where you think is important and share it to other platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and other social media networks. And so it has been established that whenever you join a foreigner to fight your brother, that foreigner will eventually take control of your land and resources and people. It also happened in Hausa land when Usman Dan Fodio was teaching or telling the Hausa peasants that their leaders were corrupt, that the type of religion they were practicing is not pure, for them to turn against their leaders. And they agreed and joined Usman Dan Fodio to defeat Yunfa, their king. Where is Hausa land today? All the lands and resources of the Hausa people are in the hands of the Fulanis today, the descendants of Usman Dan Fodio, because the Hausa peasants listened to a foreigner who came from Senegal to their land. And disown their kings. That's why conquering them was very easy. And today they have lost everything up to today. How about Kwara State, Ilorin? In Ilorin, Afonja was working for the Oyo Empire, was working for the Alafin of Oyo. And he was stationed in Ilorin. And when Afonja started to have problem with the Alafin of Oyo, he called Alemi, because he has military power and also some spiritual powers to support him against the Alafin of Oyo. And what happened? Afonja and Alemi was able to defeat Alafin of Oyo and took over Ilorin. But as it turns out, when both Afonja and Alemi died, the children of Afonja decided to maintain the first child of Alemi, Abdul Salami, to continue to be their teacher. And when the time to elect a king came, Abdul Salami, the son of Alemi, who is a Fulani, was the one that occupied the throne. And that was how the Yorubas lost Ilorin to this day. So they lost it because Afonja invited a foreigner, Alemi, to fight with him against the Alafin of Oyo. Now, at the end of the day, the Yoruba land lost Ilorin to foreigners, to foreign Fulanis. Isn't that interesting? Before I continue, please subscribe to our channel in YouTube, follow our program, like it, share it to those that are not on internet. Share it to those of your friends and well-wishers, and then call those that are not on internet, that don't have internet connection. Call them to tell them what you are learning from Nkolo University. It is endless the losses you can get when you fight with a foreigner against your brother. Another example was during the Nigerian Biafran Civil War. Our coastal brothers in the coastal region was brainwashed by Britain to join them to fight the Biafran states. At the end of the day, when the Biafran state lost that war in 1970, what is the state of our coastal brothers today? They have lost all their lands and resources and people to Britain, to Nigeria. Therefore, it is never good to join a foreigner to fight your own people, your own brothers. It is a very, very, very bad idea. Don't do that. Refrain from that. Settle issues with your brother or your sister or your neighbor. There's no issue that is not resolvable. One side has to mellow for peace to reign. Don't you never, ever join a foreigner to fight your brother. Another one going on right now is the war in Ukraine. You see how Ukraine is working with NATO and America against their brother, Russia. At the end of the day, at the end of all these killings and destructions going on in Ukraine, Ukraine will lose their land, their people, and resources to NATO members, to America. Their land has already been shared already as we speak. All the companies in America, they already know where they have their fertile lands, where they have all their minerals, all the good things they already know. That's why if Zelensky, the leader of Ukraine, if he knows what he's doing, he should sue for peace right now. Because it's not good to be fighting your brothers with foreigners. Because at the end of the day, the foreigners will take over your land, people, and resources. The last example I want to give you is the Afghanistan war. The one that just ended last time. Remember, there were Afghanese fighting with NATO forces against their people. Eventually, that war was won by the Taliban. And to the foreigners, the NATO forces who came to them, they lost a war. But to the Afghanese, they drove away foreign invaders. And you see when that war ended, how all those people that supported the foreigners, they were running away from that land. Because they know that the role they played with foreigners to fight against their brothers is not good. That's why you see them in the airport that period, fighting to get out. And so it is a very, very wrong idea for anyone, individual or group or country or region to fight your brothers with foreigners. Very, very, very wrong idea. That is why Nkolo Mahadum Wisdom University decided to make these points clear to you. Stop doing that. Stop fighting your brothers with foreigners. You are putting your generations into slavery. You will lose all your resources. You will lose control of your land at the end of the day. That foreigner will occupy it. Before I continue, I will again beg you to subscribe to our channel, Obiorah Mbah, Wisdom University. Like it, follow us, because we shall be bringing topics to you that you never even think about, that will make you better, that will make the world better. Because all these wars you see across the world, do you like it? Follow us on Obiorah Mbah, and you will not regret it. You will see that it is worth it. And today's lecture is mind-boggling to remind you that you should stop and never participate in fighting your brother with foreigners. All those people or regions or communities or countries that have done so in the past and are still doing it right now, they are all losers. They will lose at the end of the day. So why continue to fight your brothers with foreigners? Stop doing that. It's a wrong idea. And remember, in the case of Ilorin, it was after Afonja and Alimi died. They already did their thing and died, that the son of Alimi took over the crown. So when you are alive, don't think you will live forever. You can never, nobody lives forever. No human being, no living thing for that matter, lives forever. Think about what will happen when you die. Think about how your family will be. Think about how your village, your community, your town, your country will be after you're no more. Because it was when both Afonja and Alimi died that the son of Alimi took over Ilorin. And up to this day, it has remained like that. And of all the examples that I gave you, like in Africa, the Africans that fought Africans, the Hausa peasants that turned against their kings, and the Ilorin case, the Biafran coastal people that turned against the Biafran state, all of them had remained like that in the hands of foreigners. So our lecture today, what you have to take away from the lecture today is that it is a very bad idea to fight your brother or brothers with foreigners. Because at the end of the day, that foreigner will take over your land, your people, and resources. I've told you over and over that in Obiorah Mbah, Wisdom University, we're going to be keeping things short. Once we give you that message, once we give you that lecture, you take it and you do something. You tell your brother about it. Say it anywhere you go. Let people know about it, so that our people will not be making avoidable mistakes. Avoidable mistakes that will destroy our environment, destroy our people, destroy our land when we are no longer there. And with this, I will end this lecture. But before I end it, I will ask you again to please subscribe to our channel. Like it, share it, comment, so we can know how you are feeling. We can know whether our lecture is helping or not. Go back to our previous lectures and listen to them, and you will see that it makes sense. Those are the things you need to know. I will thank you for watching me today. My name is Obiorah Mbah, Igbo Weza. Demen. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.